What is going on, guys? We're back on another video, and we are doing another 10-year sim, and this time it is of the Niners, a team that we really don't know where they are, to be honest, especially with Garoppolo. Well, with Garoppolo out, we kind of know where they are. Kittle is looking pretty damn solid, though, I will say. Yards per catch is probably some of the best stat lines so far of any tight end possibly ever. I mean, those numbers are pretty solid. I mean, those are better than wide receiver yards per catch for the most part. Defense, got Richard Sherman, of course. He's kind of, I mean, he's not the same as with the Seahawks, it's clear, but obviously the Seahawks, they had a unit. They had a unit for sure. Reuben Foster, Warner, the old Fred. I almost called him Frank. I don't know why, but Frank is just a name that comes to mind when I hear the name Warner. Doesn't make any sense, but it does to me, okay? So, receiving core, not super young, but Pettis could be the guy, hopefully, in this, what is it called, this 10-year sim. Breida, really good season so far in real life. He's 23 in Madden. Well, in Madden. But he's got a chance in Madden to do something. We'll see. Offensive line, like I said in the past, the big key is having a good offensive line early. I can't really say that's the case here. You got McGlinchey is really the only guy that'll really be here for more than a few seasons at a decent level. Whatever, is he a good start, Ev? I mean, we'll see what happens. Of course, you know the series. We're going to see what the AI can do, see what the Niners can do. So far, the only two teams to win Super Bowls, I think, were the Rams and whatever team we did recently. I can't remember who they were. Was it the Texans? I think they did win. Was it the Texans or was it the Chargers? It might have been both of the LA teams, actually. Rams and Chargers. So first season did not make the playoffs. A 5-10-1 season. That's kind of what this team needs, though, so I can't really be mad. Take a look at the stat line. Jimmy Garoppolo, not crazy bad numbers, all things considered. Goodwin, Garcon. Pettis, he didn't start or something. I don't know, maybe number 3 wide receiver just doesn't play much. But yeah, I'm not worried about any of the other stats. Let's go on to the offseason. I think we see the Super Bowl results right at the first week of the offseason, right? We do the Rams win by 6 over the Patriots. A sim to the draft. A top 3 pick, hopefully at 5-10-1. Honestly, I don't know what you could really draft here if you're the Niners to get yourself out of this hole. Yikes, I don't even know. I actually don't know. I don't think there's really a one position fix all. I'd say I'd probably go linebacker if I'm them, though. Maybe. It depends on Fred. They do go linebacker. Russell Judy. Quick dev. Is he a coverage? He's a pass rushing linebacker. Huh. He's a kind of a hybrid, actually. They went with a left tackle, Wes Toomer, 75 overall. Not bad. He's actually a really good player for a user league. I want to see this guy start. They went with a middle linebacker, Sean Frost. He's actually pretty solid, too. This is, you know, I know it's number 7, which ironically is actually a really low pick considering 5-10-1. But number 7 overall, that's a pretty good draft. I mean, usually the teams get maybe 1 or 2, but 3 pretty solid players. Can't really be wrong. That really sucks. They probably went Jacobson. Well, maybe not, actually. We saw Staley. They wouldn't have noticed that. Farquhar would have been a nice pick, too. Good lineman. But linebacker, I mean, it's rare to see the AI actually address the linebacker as a need early on. So that's a very good start. Quick dev. I don't know what kind of position he's going to play, though. Are they going to put him as a coverage? Like, do they run a base 4-3 like I expected? I guess it makes sense. I mean, the linebackers do pass rush quite a bit in the 4-3 nowadays. It seems, at least statistically wise. So, I don't know. It's not a bad pick. I like it. Judy could be that guy in the future. The thing is, though, you draft a guy like Frost. Where does he fit, you know? I might have to make some user moves here. I'm sorry, but I just can't see good players go to waste. We put Judy at right end and Frost at left out. I think that was clearly the correct decision to make. So let's see what they can do with that. Smart moves or not, we do not make the playoffs. We get half a game better, which might be the difference between a top 5 and a top 10 pick. Jimmy Garoppolo, a bit better of a season. Not crazy much better, but a bit better. McKinnon, very good season over Breida, which I don't know if I like, to be honest. And Pettis, once again, loses the starting spot, even though I had him at number 2. Lovely. Pettis is completely ruined at this point. Lovely. I love it. Judy did not get involved much. Well, 7 sacks actually isn't bad. The D-line in general, the pass rush has been great. Picks, 6 picks total on the season. I wonder why we didn't do well. No takeaways at all. Pettis is an 81 overall now with probably, he does have quick dev. I don't know how he still has that. Let's see the defense. Did the guys go up? So Frost is an 83. Judy's an 82. I think those are smart moves. But let's go to the offseason. Season 2 is finished just about. Let's take a look at the draft top 10 pick. Hopefully. And the Texans win over the Rams. So the Rams almost had a chance at a dynasty out the gate. Which makes you feel good as a Packers fan because we should have won that game anyways. We should have been the first team to knock off the undefeated Rams. Ty Montgomery didn't do any favors for us there. McCarthy also didn't do any favors running from the goal line, from your own goal line, 1 yard away into the best interior D-line in the NFL. Lovely. Here's a good offensive lineman. Number 11, not a great pick at all. But they grabbed a good offensive lineman. Call me crazy, but this Niners team, their decision-making, it gives me hope that they might actually turn this thing around in Sim. Number 1 overall pick was a safety. Wow, all right, a safety at number 1. That's interesting. I think you'd probably take Black here and put him at safety. So much faster. I don't know. Middle linebacker Troutman looking really solid. Look at the speed on this. How tall? 6'3". Look at the speed on this guy. Acceleration is a little low in all fairness, but damn, he's actually solid. That's a really solid player. We drafted a great lineman in comparison to everyone else. Good job, team. Good job. So here's the team for Season 3. Not looking bad at all, but I'm going to need to see some upgrades from the skill positions here. I need Pettis to get really high up there. Garoppolo, only quick dev. I'm going to need him to do well enough to get a dev up so then he can kind of combat that regression system. Linebackers, very good. Probably the best linebackers we've had throughout our 10-year Sim series. We just got to see them take that next level. Fred Warner, he's a quick dev. He's 23. Frost is star dev. He's 24 and almost onto an 84 overall. Judy looks to be pretty solid. What about Arik Armstead? Star dev. Okay, I don't usually see Arik Armstead make these kind of plays. Cornerbacks, I think Witherspoon should be number 2 because Ward's probably like, what, 28? 29. Got to get your youngsters in there. Tart, Colbert. The defense is rather young, all things considered. So, really, we just need the offense to get it going. Specifically, like I said, those skill positions. I think the team's drafting decently on the offensive line. That guard, I know he's a little old, just like McGlinchey was when they drafted him, but he's a good player nonetheless. So, Season 3, a decent bit of a successful season, 8-8. Not the worst in the division. The Seahawks trying to take that spot from us every year now. Garoppolo, a bit better in the touchdown to picks ratio, but overall less production. McKinnon does not get to 1,000. And apparently we lost Breida. I don't even remember that happening. Okay, I guess we did. Receiving, Pettis, he at least started this season, but at the same time, Trent Taylor is backup. Played way better than he did, which is unfortunate. I don't know what to say there. A lot more picks just off the gate here. Just looking right at the line. Right out the gate here, looking pretty good. I just had a bunch of strokey words, but it is what it is. You guys knew what I meant. I just couldn't articulate them because I'm a dumb D. The Eagles win over the Steelers. So we have our 3rd Super Bowl result. And this time the Rams are not involved. Finally, 8-8 season, maybe top 16 if we're lucky. The Seahawks were 8-8 and they were below us, so it kind of seems like we're a better 8-8, which kind of puts us at a rough spot. We'll see though. Number 19, like I said, we look like a good 8-8, and apparently I was not wrong. We went with a complete position, not of need. Definitely, once again, I know he's a bigger guy, but not happy with his draft at all. What could we have had at 19 instead? Please don't be a lineman. Well, at 20, there was a wide receiver, Mr. Asher Scott, and he's 24. You know the Niners had to have him on their list if he's 24. He had to be top of the list. Quarterback, Garrett Richard, I would have rather had him. Once again, another old guy. Bad throwing power, though. Oh, look at Quintin Dawson. This is your guy. That's your guy. I don't know why we went DN. In all fairness, there wasn't a lot of great players behind the guy we took, but still, you can't go DN. Do you see who our DNs are? Unless something changed, which they didn't. these guys aren't going to start. And if they do start, it's going to be a long time from now when it's completely irrelevant to do so. So our running back is Mr. Spruill. He's quick to start, Dev? Is he a... What is he? Oh, maybe they drafted him with Star Dev? I would not start this guy even with Star. Pet is now the number 1, even though they didn't want to start him for a couple of seasons. Way to go. Kid offense just really not looking super great. Defense holding their own, but you can see the cornerback situation a little rough. Tremaine Johnson's 31 years old here. I don't know who Moore is. Kenny Moore, 26 years old. Good zone corner. I mean, the defense is still pretty decent. Offense, though, is worrisome, so we'll see, I suppose. Hey, the Niners make the playoffs. All right, Kittle has an upgrade. Don't care. Be funny if Spruill or whatever the hell his damn name is actually did well, considering he's the worst running back we had for a couple seasons now. Adrian Hale, where the hell did this guy come from? I don't even know where that guy come from. Come from? Words. So second best in the division. Rams barely above. So the one time I want us to be a better of the same record, it doesn't happen. You got to be kidding me. We were a better 8-8 than most teams last season, but apparently we're a worse 10-6, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Jimmy Garoppolo, touchdowns keep dropping. Picks are starting to rise. Yards are average. Kyle Juszczyk with 12 touchdowns. All right. Not bad at all. Pettis, where is he? Pettis just not super great at all. Just not good offense at all. The defense had to be the reason why we made it to the playoffs. I mean, there's no other way around it. Picks, not super great. Sacks, not great either. So I don't know. Offensive yardage, 29. What about defense? 11. 11's not bad. I don't know how the hell we even made the playoffs. Points scored, 16th. What about points allowed? I mean, with those numbers, that doesn't look like a playoff team. It really doesn't. I don't know how the hell we did what we did. Any award wins, I'm not going to go down past 7. If we're not on the list, we're not on the list. Anything at all. Okay, we see best D lineman, Buckner. That might just be based on his overall alone. Numbers weren't super great. Let's see if they can win a playoff game. I mean, we're clearly the least qualified team in the playoffs right now, but you never know. You do know you're not going to make it. 2 points, I mean, that's not bad. 2-point loss, that's fine. So Season 4 finishes with a Browns Super Bowl win. They did not win it for us. However, when we were doing the 10-year sim of the Browns, they did make it, and they barely lost, I'm pretty sure. So it makes sense. It is what it is. So draft recap. Let's see. With the 23rd pick, they draft a corner, a position of need. Not bad. But a normal dev corner. You can see in later rounds, it looked like they might have grabbed a couple of good players. Marcus Doyle, normal dev. Elusive style fella. A little on the slower side, though. Joey Bush, normal dev. Really slow considering he's short as hell. Another kind of bad draft if we're going to be 100% honest. So we had the 23rd pick. What could we have had? We could have had a quarterback, which I'm not saying Garoppolo needs to be sent away, but I would start paying attention to these cornerbacks a little bit more. Malik Gibbs, I would say this is clearly the best pick, but at the same time, I can't blame us. We didn't need that position. DT, I mean, really, once again, not really a lot of players behind what we took of need that were good. So really just not good drafts, honestly. I can't really even blame this team. They did all right considering the talent that was behind it. I mean, unless you're going to really reach, it really wasn't much there. Alrighty, so let's go not to the midseason. Let's take a look at the team. 84 overall. Doyle makes the start. Offensive line, I mean, the 3 guys we knew that would be okay are the 3 guys that are okay. Who is Carroll? 24 years old, Shaquille Carroll. I don't think so. I'd rather have Hale. Nah, but then again, his overall is higher. Screw it. And then defense. Poole is our starting cornerback. Now, cornerback clearly has to be the #1 need in the draft, which if we have an average season or like a really bad season, shouldn't be that hard to get taken care of. Since the playoffs on what? Season 5, I believe. So we missed the playoffs. Not really an insane shocker. Not like super like, oh my god, how the hell did we not make it? This team really hasn't been getting better, specifically on offense, which, you know, turns out to be the most important thing about a team, no matter what someone wants to say. A 6-10 season honestly could be one of the best things that could have happened to us. I do worry about Jimmy, though. What dev is he? normal dev, man, he is going to start dropping for sure. So rushing Doyle was garbage. This team can't run the ball. And this team, it spreads the ball around too much. Honestly, I don't know how the Niners ever do well in Sim. They give it to 4 to 5 different receivers, which, hey, you know, that's cool. You're a team of diversity. You love to just throw to anyone, but in Madden's upgrading system, that just doesn't work. Brian Poole, though, he is old as hell. Didn't get a dev up, even though he had 6 picks. It is what it is. Unfortunate. This is looking pretty bad, honestly. Good look for a new quarterback. We'll see what the team does. The worst part is this team already had the quarterback trait and the wide receiver trait for a coach. And the funny part is somehow Doyle was Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know if there was just a lack of good ones. It had to be like no quarterbacks on this side. And if we're looking at it, common sense tells me that might be the case. I think the only guy that even has a chance of maybe being a quarterback is this McClung guy, but he's a really low overall, so I highly doubt he started. 80 overall, no dev up, and yet he was Offensive Rookie of the Year, which I don't know how the hell he was. It just makes no sense, but still. The Texans win another one, so the Texans, I believe become the latest dynasty. So Season 5 is in the wraps. 6-10 should be a top 10 pick, hopefully, or a 12. Now, basing it off of this guy's speed, I can't be argumental about this pick. Quick dad, 22 years old, 6'3". Damn, he's good. Did we let Reuben Foster go or something? Like, Nathan Rudolph? No. Hayes, the tight end. Normal dev. Was he a fullback? Basically. Cornerback, unless he has good dev, which he doesn't. As much as I love this middle linebacker, and I mean, he's a great pick in the sense of a pick, I think you got to go corner. I think you do. Especially when you have Treshawn Hall sitting right behind him. And once again, he's 24, so you know they have their eyes on him. If they're a 24-year-old in the draft, you know the Niners got their eyes on him. You do. You just know. So as much as I like that pick as a player, I don't like the actual pick because we need a damn corner. We need a corner. I'm just not liking that pick, technically. It's a weird scenario to be in, but you got to understand it makes sense. I wonder if maybe they let Reuben Foster go because, you know, this team, they have to keep their salary cap free for their insane talent. Please tell me they didn't let Reuben go. They didn't let Reuben go, so where the hell does Lawson fit on this team? Where the hell does Lawson fit on this team? Well, apparently our right end we had doesn't. Gant Evans is now on the team. Are you serious, man? Why did we go with that middle linebacker? We need a corner. Whatever. Season 6 coming up. So another season of no playoffs. Lovely. I love it. Doyle kind of getting better, though, maybe. Carroll, bad player, but good overall. 7-9. The worst record you could possibly ever see. Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't even hit 20 touchdowns on the season. What is this offense? It's got to be the playbook. 2 touchdowns for the #1 wide receiver. That's lovely. I mean, this is by far the worst a team has ever performed for us. The only thing that's saving them is this insane defense. 32 in yards on offense. Are you serious? I'm calling an audible. I can't have it. I'm going to go for the highest scheme fit. And because he was a Patriot, I'm going to go with the Patriots playbook. Because I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I'm not happy. The Packers win a Super Bowl. That's sure as hell not going to happen. Simulate the draft. Let's see what we get in Season 6. Niners, a center. All right, I mean, he's a good player. Oh, my God, he's better than good. He's one of them. And if you don't know what I mean by one of them, he's one of those high-strength, young-age superstar devs. Star plus, anyways. We did need a corner. We got a key Dwight. Is he 21? He's 23. If he was 21, I would start him. But he's not, so I don't know what to do. So with pick number 10, was there a corner that we could have had? I love that center. Don't get me wrong. No, we're not. I don't care if he's star. We're not looking at a 86 speed player. We're not doing that. We're not doing that around here. I'll take the center. Keep me with the center, please. DJ Black, I mean, he's okay, I suppose, but I don't know if he really develops. Honestly, I can't believe this team can't find a good corner. I really can't. Maybe they got one in free agency. We'll see. So looking at the team, getting ready for the, well, I don't even know, season 4000 at this point. Taking a look at the defense, they did not get a cornerback. I will move Dwight up the list because there's really not much above him anyways. Tart is diminishing. Our free safety position has already gone. But hey, at least we got a good front seven, am I right? In all fairness, I would rather have... I don't know. The Packers are kind of in that situation almost where they have a pretty decent defense for coveraging, but the pass rush is kind of rough. And it's funny, is on paper, we're much better than this team looks well-rounded-wise, but I don't know. We'll see how this matters. So we have another failed season. This has got to be Jimmy's last season. How is he still an 80? He's literally always an 87. Oh, look at this center. Reginald Floyd. I love the name Reginald, by the way. Sick name. Very good. Already one season in, he's already the best lineman on the team. Lovely. Don't know how Pettis is a decent overall. Although with these sliders, maybe 86 isn't even that great. Buckner's got to be getting close. 31 years old, star dev. He's got maybe 2 seasons left in him as a top-tier talent. Lawson as a backup. What overall is, or what dev? Quick dev, 85 overall. Something's got to give. You got to trade one of these guys and make a move. You have to. Hayes, was Hayes a rookie? I think he was. He's, I mean, he's slow as hell, but he had a pretty good upgrade. 7 points or 6 points. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at the stats. I might have forgot to do that recently. 8-8 team. A bit better of a season for Garoppolo, so maybe Garoppolo can keep it going. I don't know. Pettis, over 1,000. We've done it. Joey Bush, a 10-touchdown season. We had a double-digit touchdown season and a 1,000-yard season. Might not have been the same player, but we got it done. Frost, look at these linebackers. Are we in the 3-4 secretively here? Maybe that's why the defense is so good. I don't know, man. This front seven's insane, though. Texans win another one. So, 3 Super Bowl wins in like 7 years. Texans, apparently, they've got the blueprint. They've got it. Take a look at the draft, and what is it, 8-8 season? Didn't look like we were a great 8-8 season, but I don't know. So taking a look at the draft results, the 14th pick, going for a running back. Not sure the mindset there. And a slow one, lovely. Lewis Robb, I can understand this one. That's a good pick. Tart needed to be replaced. His age is caught up with him. He might not even be on the team as we speak. Left outside linebacker Chester, a little bit of a steal late, but once again, a position not of need, a coverage linebacker. We're literally set on linebackers. I don't know how the hell this keeps happening to me, but every time we do these 10-year sims, we always see player. I don't know. There's so many good players in this draft. This one was just like a blatant mistake for picks, but we always get what we don't want. I think it was last one. One of them, we kept getting corners, and I wanted a linebacker here and there. Never get it. Now I want corners, and all we keep getting is linebackers. What do we do in this scenario? We haven't got a new cornerback in ages. We got a new safety at least. There's something. I don't know what to say. And honestly, the offense needs some pieces. Kittle's dead. The receivers have never been good for Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy's been wasted. As much as I want to say that Jimmy hasn't played well, he's done okay considering. Yay, 6-10 season. Can we just get rid of Garoppolo already? Like, just let him succeed somewhere else. Because clearly this team isn't getting it done for him. There's no offensive weapons. The defense is sick. What do we do in this scenario? Like, there's got to be a rehaul of this offense. Yet we haven't taken an offensive player besides a running back in the first round, maybe throughout this whole damn thing. I don't know why we haven't. Like, we're just so happy with these wide receivers that we have. They're so good, am I right? That's why they can't get to 1,000 yards on a season with the Patriots playbook. And I've already, we have 4,900 XP. I've already gotten all the traits. I mean, I don't care about kicker and punter. Who cares about that? Free agency, I suppose. I mean, we have the wide receiver influence now, but let's be honest, it's not going to matter because overall-wise, our wide receivers aren't that bad. So the Eagles win a Super Bowl over the Browns. So we have a new running back, Ray Nod, who is quick dev, 24 years old. This might have been this was the rookie we drafted. Horrible player. Pettis got to an 86 maxed, and then he's done, which is unfortunate. Offensive line, we have a decent right side of the field. Will Hoyt is already 30, and he's only played 6 years. Man, this team really wasted a bunch of talent. I can't believe it. This defense was so good. And we just wasted it because the offense never did a single thing. Well, let's take a look. I don't even remember even looking at the stats. That's how bad it was. Here we go. A star left tackle. We could have used this seasons ago. This guy is primed to be that dude. But is it too late with Jimmy Garoppolo being on the end of his career? I don't know. I don't know. And once again, still can't land an offensive skill position or a cornerback. It's not that hard. Look at the Panthers just did it. It only cost them the first overall pick. But still, you know what I mean. I mean, this is number 8 overall. We had a Malcolm Albury. Not bad. I mean, I like that left tackle a lot, but at the same time, you got to go skill position. You got to get a wide receiver for Garoppolo. I mean, it's too late to try and build in front of him anyways. We took a bad corner. Really wasn't much. The second round sucks in Madden nowadays. We're on to almost the last season. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Like it feels like we haven't done anything. It feels like at least the other ones, it's been close. But this team is just so far off. I honestly don't even know how we've ever come close to the playoffs. The defense had to be the reason. I mean, we've never been a top 5 or top 10 in any of the stats. McGlinchey's a 74 overall starter. We keep getting a good lineman when all the other linemen are dying. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just replacing players that are already, like, you know, we've already had good players there, and now we're replacing them. Ashley Hayes was the tight end we took recently. Not really great at all. Was it a new wide receiver? Carroll? No, it's not. We don't have a new wide receiver. Why would I assume that? Keeping the same wide receiver core, even though you're struggling for all these seasons. Lovely. Let's go on to another failed season. I love it. Yeah, we got to do, as much as I want to do, you know, a rebuild and 10-year sim of each of the Thursday night teams anytime I can, I might have to start doing a good team soon because this is starting to get depressing. I'm not liking it. So, another failed season. The regression system is clearly broken on Madden. He's 35, hasn't done anything special, continues to underperform, and still is an amazing quarterback. So, yeah, regression is it's worse this year because it's too good. Keeps bad players good. As much as I want to blame everyone around him, Jimmy's still playing pretty poorly. Can't lie. I mean, barely over touchdowns to pick ratio. Yards barely reaching 4,000 if he's lucky. And just not a good season. I don't want to see the defense because even if they play really well, the offense isn't good enough to do anything anyways. All right, sim to the draft. The Rams win Super Bowl number 2, 3? I don't know. It's been the Rams-Texans show anyways, so there's that. Simulate to next draft. Or simulate to the draft, advancing to next week. Draft recap. So this is Season 9 coming, or this was Season 9, actually, I'm pretty sure. I think I made a mistake, didn't I? Free safety, 17th pick. Jimmy Oliver. If this was Season 9, I don't really care, honestly, because it's just been so bad. This has been easily the worst outcome I've ever seen. Oh, no, not Sim 10 years. We've already done that, and it's been bad. I do not want to see it again. So I made a mistake, and I should have played the last season, but at the end of the day, I was going to say before that happened, I don't even know if I want to with how bad this team has went. And I guess I don't have the option anyways, because we actually went too far, especially since I'd be inheriting such a terrible team. You know, this is right when the defense is starting to fall apart because of the age. You see Reuben's 33 with quick. I mean, that's a no-go. Fred Warner is 30 with quick. Lawson automatically starts, of course. I mean, they're the same overall. One is 4 years younger than the other, though. So let's go on and see another failed season. I mean, I didn't really expect much of the Niners because the Niners in real life, it's all dependent on how Jimmy does, honestly. Like, they have a couple of surrounding pieces, an okay defense, but if Jimmy doesn't do really, really well, that team's going nowhere. They don't have enough playmakers around him to do it, especially in Madden terms where Breida, even though he's playing really well in real life, it hasn't translated to the game. So, you know, if it hasn't translated to the game, one of their big pieces, the reason why they're even halfway decent, isn't there. You know, obviously it's going to look bad. And look at Floyd, by the way. He's a 25-year-old, 99 overall lineman, basically. They really didn't develop his pass block finesse, or his finesse styles in general, but one of the best linemen I've ever seen, especially after only a few seasons. Really impressive. The only real good player other than maybe Frost here, who is superstar David. He's 30. I did not know he's 32. With his overall, you wouldn't have thought he was 32. All right. I mean, but it makes sense, though. It was pretty damn early on. So Frost is definitely one of those great stories to hear about. Turns into a top all-pro player. Of course, we went 8-8, missed the playoffs again. We've only made it, what, 2 times if we're lucky. Jimmy comes out with a nice season at the end. So does the running game, but it's already too late at this point. There's not enough momentum. The offense, plus, I mean, for all we know, they still could have been bad. Just yards were good. Touchdowns, I don't know. 12th in offense, so one of the better seasons, probably the best. Defense, number 10, one of the top 10. It's a top 10. You know how you missed the playoffs with that. 5th in points scored. We must have gave up a lot of points on defense. Yep, 22. So for once, the defense is the reason they do not succeed. And this was a fail. This was the worst 10-year sim we've ever had. No doubt. At least some teams, they win some playoff games. They at least build a good team. Even though we're an 87 overall here, you got to remember we have the XP sliders to 200%. So I would say the average is at least an 88 plus. This is probably one of the worst teams in the league at this point. Jimmy Garoppolo is what now? 36 years old. He's still got okay stats, but really doesn't deserve them, to be honest. This was not a good one. So let me know what team you guys want to see next, because I will probably do whatever you say rather than just going with a Thursday night team, because, I don't know, unless the Thursday night team's decent, I don't want to see it. I'm getting sick of seeing teams just, like, lose it. I want to see a good quarterback right out the gate who's kind of young. I don't know if we've done the Chiefs, but Chiefs would be a fun one, I think. But let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tomorrow will be a rebuild of the, whatever the other team is. Raiders, I think. The Raiders. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys come back for next video. Check out my Twitch channel, my second channel, because I have been streaming and uploading Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's a great damn game. So if you don't go over there, I'm going to be very mad. Okay, please. See ya.